Hello everyone, welcome back. Yeah, with the release of Houdini 18, um, this is a big change. This is the biggest change I have seen in the workflow of the side effects recently. So what this has done, first thing first, most of the people who are actually afraid of working in DOP network, like they think only the people who have good knowledge of mathematics and physics or programming only they can work very well in the top network. But um, seeing that thing, side effects has changed Houdini 18 a lot, and they have created an entirely different kind of workflow of RBD pipeline. And now the users who were maybe modelers or maybe texture artists or maybe the people who are not very good at mathematics and programming part, they can do all the things into geometry network. That means if you are an artist and you have created something in geo network in geometry node, only within that node you can destroy things. And you can not only destroy things, you can do that artistically. RBD bullet solver, that is the new solver which has been introduced in Houdini 18, and so many other um, new nodes are also added there, because this is a completely new workflow. So actually, at the end of the day, everything is happening within the DOP network, but a user has not to touch DOP network. You have not to get into it because everything is given only in geometry network. Okay, so let's have a look at that and see how things work um, in the new RBD destruction pipeline. So let's get started. So here we are in Houdini 18, and then we will start with very basic shot, uh, as this is a basic series, but even then we will be starting with a very basic shot. So we will take GeoNode, and then we'll take box, my favorite one, and then I will take translate, transform tool, transform node, sorry. Maya is there, Maya is always there, right? So okay, fine. So you can go here in the simple fracture and you can create the fracture. You can also use the simple guided RBDs. You can create objects, and then you can click on this one and select the object and then enter, and the that will be converted into a rigid body. So what I have created this node, and then I will take it a little up, maybe 4 units, and then rotate this a little, and that's all. This is what you need for creating a rigid body for the simulation. So now when you have created this, just look for the solver. So I will go press tab and RBD bullet solver. So this is the newest solver we were looking for. So many inputs and output inputs and outputs are given. We have just to connect this wire to the first input, and then we are good to go. So click here, and then we see the simulation and play. Okay, so that's first thing. Okay, so for the collision, we can also create here in this RBD solver. We can go here, and these steps are given. Then we can create some collision body. We can create some even ground also. Some forces are also there. That is the gravitational force and drag one is given, but we can add as many forces as we require. So that's not a problem. Okay, all the external forces can be used here within this one only. There is no need to go anywhere. So we'll come here and then click in this tab ground, and then we'll check on this ground plane, and ground plane has been created, and now we can again play it and see. So this is our first simulation. I will go here and change the number of frames to 60 and switch on real time toggle. Okay, so not only this one, maybe if I go to this one and then uh, make this thing. So what I can do, I can come here and I can use copy and transform, copy and transform, and then I can, sorry, and then I can take more copies, like maybe 10 copies. 10 copies. Okay, so now all are working. So the collision between the boxes is less, so we can also increase that value. So what I'll have to do here, I will have to select this one and then go here, go in the physical part, this one, and then this bounce is there. So we can increase this value to 1, and now there'll be more bounce, or we can increase it more to maybe, okay, one more thing, maybe I can decrease this friction value, because there is friction amongst themselves, and that is why they are just sticking there. So cool. Okay, so I'll have to increase this value to 5, and then let's see, or increase a little more to 20. Sorry, this is ground one. This is ground one. This is the physical property of the ground, not these boxes. I'm so sorry for that. So I'll have to change that. Okay, so just have a look at that. Right. So this box is hitting the ground, and then there is bounciness a lot, and then friction value is 0, and that is why they are just mirror image of the bounce is creating. So I'll keep it 1, and I'll keep it 1, and then I'll go to bullet object, and these are the properties of the box. Okay, so I will keep the value to 1, not 2.25, and now uh, yeah, check it out. Okay, so now there is no change in the friction value or the bounciness of the ground, but it is a change of the box physical property. Box physical property, right? So we can reduce this value to 0, and now there is no bounciness. Okay, or we can increase it to 5. So we can come here, select the node, and then we can come here and reset the simulation from here, and then play it again. Check it out. Okay, so things will change drastically, and you have to see if you do some sort of change and nothing is changing here, then sometimes you have to come here and then you have to reset simulation, because some whatever simulation is going on, that will be cached here temporarily. Okay, and that will show the same kind of thing. It was not reevaluated, so maybe we'll come here and then keep the value 1 of the bounce, and then again we can see that, and then we can come here and then play it again, and now the change is there. Okay, so we have to keep these things in mind. Okay, so we can make more changes here. Maybe I can also take one more copy, copy and transform, then increase the value towards x-axis 1, and we can take 5, and then we can take one more time, that is copy and transform, and this time we can make it z and then make it 5. So we can also give color value to them. So I will come here, press Ctrl and select it and take it a little down, and then we will here I will add color, random color, and that random color value will not be assigned to point, but that will be to primitive. Then it will be, you know, cool. Okay, so that is what we can do here, and now I think you have understood this part. We can also increase the density to make the mass higher or lower, but not for this one. Maybe we'll do it in some other one. Okay, so if I want to give some sort of velocity, initial velocity, then how I'm going to do? So what I will do, I will use some other node for that. So I'll come here and then add one more node here, and that will be point velocity. Point velocity. So that is point velocity. So we can use add velocity feature, and then these are direction as well as the magnitude of the velocity. So I will take the value to 5 in the x-axis, and then see how this box of boxes works. So now check this. We can increase this value to 100 now. Okay, and I will increase a little bounciness among the boxes. So I'll keep it to maybe zero point 0.5, and then go back and then reset simulation and then play it again. Some more. Okay, so these are some of the features of the objects and the workflow in the geometry network. I mean the new workflow. We have started touching the properties of this solver. So in this video, that is enough from my side, and in the very next video I'll come up with some more features of RBD bullet solver, and maybe some new nodes. So thank you very much.